Good morning, everyone. A good Tevach, Shavua Tov. We are starting today a new chapter in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch called Hilchos Stam Yayinom Vehechsha Kelim Mimenu, which is the laws of the wine of idolaters and rendering the utensils used with such wine fit for use, meaning if utensils were used with such wine, what do you have to do to kasher them to make them usable once more? So the introduction to this chapter basically is the following: that if you have wine that was poured for an idolatrous service, it's called something Yayin Nesech, which means wine which was used for a libation, the pouring out ceremony which idolaters used to do. And midaraisa, according to the Torah, a Jew is prohibited from drinking such wine or having and deriving any benefit from it as well. Which means I can't use that wine, I can't sell it and make money, I can't get any pleasure at all from such wine. So the Chachamim extended onto this as well, that a person should not drink such wine either, lest they come to intermarriage. You drink the wine of an idolater, you become inebriated. As Chazal say, you get a little bit loose, so to speak, and you feel very comfortable with the non-Jew, and then, God forbid, you end up marrying their daughter, so on and so forth. Look around the world today, and that's what we see, that the laxity that takes place between the Jew and the non-Jewish world of drinking and getting inebriated and becoming too friendly, the intermarriage rate is tremendous today. So because of that, the rabbis prohibited drinking or benefiting from any wine of idolaters, which means even ordinary wine which was not used for idolatrous services. If it was idolatrous, then of course that's called idolatry. I can't get any benefit from that. But let's say it was just wine that was made by a non-Jew, and it wasn't used in a libation service, just sitting in their house. I'm not allowed to drink that wine either. Why? Because Chazal, the sages, said, lest you come to intermarriage with this non-Jew. And even if you have wine of a Jew that was touched or poured by a non-Jew, even if it wasn't done in the service of idolatry, even that, as we're going to learn as we go through these halachas, even that, when the wine is not mavushal, it's not cooked, even that wine is going to become prohibited as well. And that is this brief introduction into the halachas. So the Kitzur writes, Stam Yayinom Bizman Hazeh, plain wine made by a non-Jew, which is not used for libations, and there's really no unkosher ingredients in there. It's just wine, just grapes, maybe a little bit of water, maybe a little bit of sugar, but there's nothing really inherently that's wrong with it. Nevertheless, so too, if a non-Jew would end up touching our wine, again, as we said, that was not mavushal, not cooked wine, says the Kitzur, that this type of wine you're not going to be allowed to drink because we're afraid of the intermarriage that might take place, but you could derive benefit in our time, since the majority of wine is never used for idolatrous services. You would be able to derive benefit from them, which means you could take them and you could sell them to another non-Jew. You could use it to pay off your debts, or you could receive it from a non-Jew who's paying off his debts with this wine. Therefore, a Jew could accept the wine of idolaters if they owe him a debt, because it's like equivalent to rescuing his debt from them. Meaning, the non-Jew says, I'll give you this case of wine to pay off the $100 that I owe you. Maybe he's never going to pay me $100. So if I don't take the case of wine right now, maybe I'll never get paid. And then what do? You take the wine and you go and you sell it to another non-Jew, and you can make the money in that way. V'uadin b'shar hefsed, any other significant financial loss or even potential financial loss that a person is going to get if he has this wine, he could derive benefit from it by selling it to somebody else. If by mistake he bought this non-kosher, this wine made by a non-Jew, so he can go and sell it in order to not lose money. But in the best way possible, you should not be buying wine of a non-Jew in order to turn around and sell it elsewhere to make a profit. There are those who are lenient even in this area. However, it's better for a person, preferable, to be stringent in this area and not to use the wine of an idolater or of a non-Jew, even if halachically you'd be permitted to. And this is the introduction over here, and we'll continue to see many more of the nuances and the details of these cases. And again, we'll keep this in mind. It's going to affect the wine that we use on Shabbos in our home. It's going to affect the wine that we can buy in the store, how we deal with non-Jews and not kosher wine, so on and so forth. Wishing everybody a wonderful day. Look forward to continuing our learning tomorrow. All the best.